Police are investigating the cause of a deadly crash in Danville.
This was when a man was killed after his motorcycle crashed with a car. He's been identified as 30-year-old Sean Dye. Friends tell us this happened near Williams and Fairway Avenue. We've reached out to the coroner for more information, but police say they'll be releasing more details pretty soon.
An update this morning to a shots fired complaint in Champaign. Police say a vehicle was hit by gunfire, but nobody was hurt. That happened near Kenwood Elementary School on Maple Park Drive and West William Streets. Police currently don't have anybody in custody.
Decatur police are looking for a man who robbed a convenience store with a screwdriver. This happened at the Hucks on Larkdale Court. Our media partners at the Herald and Review report the man armed with the tool threatened a clerk and demanded money. He was dressed in all black and wore a surgical mask. Police say he ran away after taking the money. If you know anything about what happened, call Crime Stoppers.
A teenager was arrested for soliciting a minor for sex in Champaign. This happened on Holly Hill Drive. Police took a report of the 18-year-old stopping his vehicle next to a 16-year-old girl. Officials say he pulled out his wallet and offered her some money in exchange for sex. His name has not been released.
The Big Ten will not play fall sports due to COVID-19, but this decision is going to affect more than just the athletes and fans. Central Illinois businesses and restaurants are going to be taking a hit. One of those is Stan Sports World in Champaign. They sell U of I promotional products and clothing to the university. When sports seasons roll around, it's their prime sales time. Sports World and a few other business owners we spoke with say they hope the Champaign-Urbana area realizes the importance of shopping local.
Heading out tonight, well, at the first part of the night, probably going to be a little warm and just a bit muggy, but throughout the overnight hours, overall, I think it's going to be a comfortable evening. Open up the windows, but maybe turn on that ceiling fan because we're still going to be more so into the mid-60s, a few lower 60s in some spots, too, but should be good to go for a good part of the night, and overall, yeah, still clear. Now, we are noticing a lot of sunshine in a lot of spots farther north this morning. We do have some of those high, thin clouds that are in place, so it's not going to be completely sunny for you on your roofing log on Addis Memorial weather camera, but that's here in Champaign. You can see the State Farm Center just beginning to brighten up as the sun begins to rise. Still officially sunrise just after 6 a.m., so we're not quite there yet. Many of our temperatures in the 60s, some lower 72 closer to Effingham, where we had additional cloud coverage throughout the overnight, and we're going to be closer to that moisture source, closer to I-72, which will mean that I think if we do see any rain here throughout the area into the day, it's probably going to be down into those parts. Limited chances farther north as you go on into the afternoon, and then we'll head into the night and see mainly clear skies. We have some rain chances that are going to be around, though, into the weekend. That comes along with the front, and then a cool down behind. We'll talk about that and a look at your 7-day forecast in about 4 minutes. Mac?
All right, thank you, Adam. Well, Urbana School Board voted to approve the district's reopening plan for the fall, but not before making some changes. Superintendent Jennifer Ivory Tatum announced that the administration is now recommending staying fully remote for the entire first quarter, and the board approved that plan. She announced last week the district would no longer offer hybrid learning at the start of the year, but could return to that format as early as September 8th. Ivory Tatum says a big driver in that decision was the rise in cases in the area. Another major factor was Champaign's decision to go fully remote for the first quarter.
U of I students are coming back to Champaign-Urbana, and one former professor says that could mean a huge spike in COVID-19 cases. That's based on a study by the U of I graduate student and former professor Eric Jacobson. He found the influx of students could mean 1,000 new cases, including about 4 deaths. City leaders are working on emergency orders to prevent that. One is a mask requirement. Another is requiring bars and restaurants to only offer outdoor seating. They plan to roll out these emergency orders in the next few weeks.
The Champaign County Clerk wants to make sure people are voting by mail. He started the Save Vote initiative. This comes in light of Cook County Republicans filing a lawsuit against the Vote by Mail program. The county clerk says it's not a political issue. He believes this will help prevent long lines and group gatherings at those polling places. The deadline to vote by mail is October 29th. Well, the 33rd Infantry Brigade combat team based out of Urbana deployed nearly 2 months ago, and they're hard at work keeping our country safe.
Nicknamed Task Force Illini, the group has been around since 1832, and they've been dedicated to improving the country's security. WCIA3's Karina Rubio attended their deployment and caught up with them via Zoom. She joins us live from the National Guard unit in Urbana with more. Good morning, Karina.
Hey, Christy, good morning. I spoke to the Task Force Illini mission leader who says they've had a busy couple of months since leaving home, and about 165 soldiers deployed at that ceremony to help develop a combat training center in western Ukraine. It's part of ongoing efforts between the U.S. and Ukraine's armed forces to achieve military reform. That came at the request of the Ukrainian government back in 2015. Task Force Illini soldiers say this is an important mission focused on security and partnership.
In particular, offers and can bring here in our advising mission to the is a lot of combat experience, and we also have a lot of people on our team that have significant experience in training management.
Other countries helping in this effort include Canada, Sweden, and Lithuania, but Task Force Illini will spend 9 more months over there. And the mission's leader says that helping with their military reform will help with Ukraine's acceptance into NATO. Reporting live in Urbana, Karina Rubio, WCIA3, your local news leader.
All right, thank you, Karina. With the Big Ten punts, it's football season this fall.
And still to come next in the 6 o'clock hour of the morning show, we'll have some reaction from the players.
But before that, let's get one last check of the weather with Adam. Hey, Adam.
Hey there, Max. So a straight chance of a storm for today. We'll stay dry, looks like, into the end of the work week. Rain over the weekend, though, comes with a front that cools us down into the 70s by Tuesday. More at 6.